Hey everyone, it's Vanessa with iDrive Business Consulting, and I want to just touch base with everyone. I put up a post about adjust but don't quit, and I alluded to some more information coming, and this is the more information. So I wanted to just touch bases with everyone, and I know we're all in a crazy time with COVID-19, and life has gotten a little topsy-turvy for many of us. Most of everyone that I know, it has affected someone in a way. But what I want to do is hopefully give some encouragement to everyone that we are in tough times, but it will pass. It will pass, and it's just a matter of when. And with that being said, I'm all about goal planning and achieving and manifesting. And I know many of us put together goals and things that we wanted to strive for in 2020. We thought 2020 was going to be our year, and 2020 can still be your year, but we have to adjust. Don't quit, but adjust. So with that being said, I just want to give some ideas and maybe stir up some creativity with everyone that may be feeling a little stuck and just in a place we just don't know what to do next. Our lives have been drastically altered. Children are at home all day now versus going outside, each day to go to school. Parents are now at home all day working, some cases with the children all day. So that's a whole different dynamic. Then you have others that their employment has totally been affected by this epidemic or pandemic that's going on. And then you have all of these factors going in. So, the dynamics in the home have drastically changed. In some cases, finances have been impacted as well. So with all that going on, you're probably wondering, Vanessa, what are you talking about? How am I going to still focus on my goals? Well, you put those goals out this year because it's something that you really want to do. It's close, near and dear to your heart. So whether that's in your area of your personal life, your career, your business, there's something that you wanted to get out this year and accomplish this year. And it can still happen. It's just going to happen a little bit different way. So let me give you an idea. This is an easy one, I guess, if you look at it that way. Many people, in January, they put together these weight loss goals or wellness goals, and, just the idea of just being healthier during the year. So you set out, first quarter of the year is always hard to do. If you can get past March, you're usually good. And then this happens in March, right? But at any rate, the gyms have been closed. So you can't, go to your cycling class or your Zumba class or just, work out at the gym. You can't do that. But you can still work out at home. So we might have to alter and adjust what we're doing in terms of our workout and our wellness ideas and programs, but it can still happen just a little bit differently. So you may have to pull up some YouTube videos or pull out those old workout DVDs or run up and down the stairs in your house, walk around your neighborhood if the weather is, permitting for that. But it can still happen just in a different way. So don't give up on those goals. Adjust, but don't quit. In the area of career, for instance, you had career aspirations for this year and you wanted to position yourself, for a greater salary or promotion or just changing gears altogether in terms of your career. And now with the employment status and those things happening, that's looking a little bleak for some people. But I don't want you to give up. We can adjust, but I don't want you to quit. So perhaps you're working from home and now you don't have all that face-to-face interaction going on with the key stakeholders and decision makers that can decide if you're going to go to that next job or not. And everything that you're doing is virtually and conference calls and video conferencing. But you know what? How you show up in the virtual world is just as important as how you show up in your actual work environment. Probably even more so because you don't have the body language, you don't have the facial expressions. In some cases, you don't even have the tone of voice because, you're writing more email now. So how you're showing up in the virtual world is critical for your career. So take a look at that because, sometimes it's not what they see, it's what they remember that you said in an email or what they heard you say in a conference call. So it's just as important to be influential in that world as it is in your actual physical work environment. And if you need help with that, we should talk, because I've got some really important strategies that can work, because I had to do that many years ago when I was in corporate America. And then lastly, if you're a small business owner, my goodness, your life has been altered as well. If you have an online store, or you have a product and or service-based business of any sort, those worlds right now are looking quite interesting. But I don't want you to give up on your business unless you absolutely have to. In some cases, I've heard of businesses closing, but if you can get super creative during this time, if you can get super influential with your clients and your customers in a way that you probably never have before. And this is why, building relationships with people is super critical, because in times like this, we need each other. So, in terms of small business, this is not the time, if you're an online business, or, you have an online store and not a physical brick and mortar, this is not the time to go away from advertising on social media. In fact, you can still advertise on social media just as much as you were before. Now, you may have to adjust the message that you're sending and how you're doing it, but it can still happen, and you can still sell your product or service even in this environment. You may have to craft some things a little bit differently, and again, adjust and alter that message a little bit, but you can still make a way to sell your product and service. For instance, if you are a service-based business and not an actual physical product, how can your service, help with their business in terms of COVID-19 specifically? Is there a way that you can help another business, or however you deliver your services? Is there a way that you could offer somewhat of a resolution to help them during this time? There's a problem. There's definitely a problem out there. And if you've got a solution, this is the time to get it in the hands of people, because they need it. So many people right now, their brains are clouded, and our judgment is a little off right now, and understandably so. But don't quit. Adjust, but don't quit. So I'm really hoping that this video can help encourage, spark some ideas, get those creative juices flowing again, because it is a difficult time. And sometimes it's that one word of encouragement or advice or suggestion that can really help to get our creative juices flowing again, and get our mojo going back a little bit. So obviously you got to pace yourself and take it day by day, but I don't want you to quit. Adjust, but don't quit. I've adjusted how I'm approaching iDrive Business Consulting. Right now, people are looking for ideas and solutions. They are looking for help. They are looking for a way to get businesses started, even in this climate. They're looking for a way to continue to work on all the things that they're working on. We have many products and services that are available. One of the products that we have is our Get Your Career in Gear guide. And that is available as a digital download that you can download right now to still work on your career, even in this climate. We offer our Go Get 'em program, which comes in 3 different stages that can be applied to your personal life, your career, or your business goals. Those things can still happen, because we still have to work towards progress, even in this climate, because this won't last forever. So when it's over, we want to be ready. We want to be able to bounce back and come back out of this thing stronger and even better positioned than before. So we've got product services. We've got our Pick My Brain sessions, where we can spend 60 minutes together, and you can ask me whatever you want in terms of manifesting things in your life, your business, and or your career. So we've got things available. Some are free in our mailing list. So if you have not joined our mailing list, you need to get on it, because I can't physically post everything on social media. I go into much more depth in our email communication and the offerings that are available there. So if you have not signed up for our mailing list, you need to do that. The link is in the bio. And then also, really pay attention to our social media posts. I give away so much free content that it's not even funny, and people don't even realize it. Stop and think. Look at what you have available to you in front of you. I realize that everyone cannot pay for services right now, which is why I tend to give away a lot of free information. But there are certain things that I do have to charge for. But pay attention to the free content indeed. I'm coming to you from a place of experience in a lot of these areas, in every area really that I talk about, whether it's a personal life situation where I've literally I've been in situations where I had to rebuild my life, literally rebuild my life, and create a personal brand for myself. This is outside of work. This has nothing to do with work. When I say personal brand, who you are, what you stand for, your values, and that doesn't shift or change no matter what environment you're in, right? That takes some thought and intention behind that. And, I experienced that whole thing over 20 years ago. And, in my career, I went from, being in very entry-level positions to actually growing a very nice career, making great money in corporate America. So I've had to build that career and position myself and really be intentional about how I did that so that I could be influential to the right people, the decision makers, that were in charge of my career and the decisions that were made if I was going to get that next job or not. So I've been in all these situations. I am a small business owner of 2 businesses. So, this COVID-19 situation, it's affected everyone. So guess what? It takes skill, it takes determination, and it takes the perseverance to not give up, no matter what the climate is in terms of our world. So I'm speaking to you from a place of experience, things that I have personally gone through. And, I'm telling you, you working with me is a pleasure, so they say, but I would love to help anyone that I can. Again, pay attention to the free content, join our mailing list, and I want to make sure you stay encouraged, adjust, but please, please, please don't quit.